Hey, so I know why you're here. You didn't already seen that thumbnail, right? Look, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Today, I'm finna show you how to make the best spaghetti bake ever. Let's get it. As always, the full ingredient list will be down in the description box below. Now, with that being said, look, I'm using my Dutch oven. You guys, I'm gonna tell you to use your Dutch oven. Why? Because we're gonna go ahead and do our browning of our, our beef. And this is 80-20, and then I got my Italian sausage right here, right? So the reason we're using the Dutch oven, after you put all your ingredients in, it's gonna be probably bigger, unless you use like a wok style, like a pan or something like that. So look, I'm gonna just go ahead and start adding my beef, my ground beef. I know I put it in kind of strange, but don't trip. Once I get it all in here, it'll all make sense, right? Look, I like this straight edge on these bamboo wooden, style utensils. I just want to get this down here like this, and we're gonna let it start to cook. Then I'm gonna mix it all together, and like I say, we're gonna go ahead and just brown it all up. Now I want you guys to notice what I use. I switched up the game. You know what? Sometimes I just forget. These right here work great. You know what I mean? Especially when you get things off the bottom. When you got fine. When you put the veggies in there. But I went ahead and got this right here. Look, this right here, this is what breaks it up. Get you that ground, meat look that you're looking for, right? So if you get a chance, I'll leave a link down in the #1 comment, section for you, so you guys can just get yourself one of these. These are very inexpensive. It depends on the fat content of the beef that you use, right? And don't forget, we use that Italian sausage, that pork, it got a lot of fat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drain this fat off of here. Then we're gonna come back, we're gonna bring it back up to temp, and we get ready to start adding, our tomatoes and all of our sauce inside of it. Okay, so look, as you can see, we got it all drained, right? Again, I'm on a medium high right now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just start adding all of my sauce. The whole entire can, folks. But I'm gonna take these like this, and I'm gonna put them in like this. Now you guys do them the way you want to. I like the little bite and the texture of the onion. For those of you guys that say you don't wanna really taste no onion or nothing like that, you want them to be soft, you can. They're gonna get soft right here, because I'm gonna let this simmer for probably about 20 minutes, But I want this to just simmer, cook down that way. I don't want to just I guess it would be like just sauteing the onions the normal way. You know what I mean? But this is the way I like to do mine. You guys can add them there and, give them a head start. But this right here, I like the texture of the onion too. So it'll give me a little bit of texture, along with the final product. And you guys will just see. Now, that's up to you guys. Remember, you can saute them with the beef or you cannot. But this right here is the way I like to have mine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and load up my press. Again, folks, I don't have the camera on me, but I do have a smile on my face. Now for my seasoning. And because I make this all the time, I know just a couple of pinches of salt. Even before I taste, I know it'll just take just that much to get me right as a base. Now it's about the way everything cooks and simmers and marries together. Then I'll make another taste, do another taste test, and then I'll adjust, from there. We're simmering right now, right? Anywhere from like 15 to 20 minutes, right? Now I'm gonna take my parm and I'm gonna go ahead and start to shred. So if you take a look, we already got our parm shredded. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my sour cream, cottage cheese. How many of y'all out there say, hey, I don't like cottage cheese? Hey, if I hadn't told you it had cottage cheese in it, you wouldn't even know the difference. Then for our cream cheese, remember folks, you want it to be soft like what you see right here. Then our parsley, this gives it color, and taste, but you guys see where it's going. And then you can't have nothing without really like just a couple dashes of salt. All right, so then all you want to do is just start, mixing it in. And listen, I always tell everybody, you got to taste. When that tastes good, you can just imagine how it's going to be on them noodles, on your pasta and all of that, right? So look, now I have my oven, it's already preheated to 350 degrees. If you haven't already done yours, now would be a great time to start doing your preheat, right? So I'm gonna be doing it obviously in a casserole dish. I started doing it in a clear one so you guys can see, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and take some pictures of this, and this might be in one of these next cookbooks. But check it out. So get your little spray, you know what I mean? You just wanna spray the edges, spray the bottom. That being said, listen, I made my spaghetti noodles already al dente. I did that, and listen, this was a key. Right when it was hot, right before I shocked it, I took about three tablespoons of butter, put it in there and mix it around. Look, see how nothing is sticking? Some of you guys say, oh, you could have just used olive oil or something like that. Trust me, butter comes with that unique flavor, all right? Let's check on this right here. Let me go ahead and turn this off. I know that's right. And I want you guys to take a look at the inside. Remember we looked at them onions? Look, after 20 minutes, you know what I mean, you can see they softened up. They released their flavor just the same way, right? Yes, sir. Hey, now when y'all make this, for sure you come back. All right, so I just like to take a little bit and just put something down here like this. Always, I think everybody just about does that, right? Don't need a whole lot. This would be enough. I don't care, it'll be a little thin, but that's okay. We got the non-stick, we got a little flavor down on the bottom, and we just leave it like that. Okay, so once we have that there, I'm gonna take some of my noodles. Look, I keep saying noodles, some of my spaghetti pasta. Let me just call it what it is. You know what I mean? Right? That's it right there. Maybe just a little bit over here in this corner. But you see where I'm going with it. This is the good part. Look at that. You can see that parsley in there. You done already tasted it. It tastes just as good as it looked, right? So notice that I'm spreading it out this way because we're gonna try to spread this, y'all. Okay, so we got that down, and that was all of that, right? When you wanna put all of that in there, now I'm finna come with this right over here over the top. I know y'all like, hey, you doing it backwards. I can't really see. So let me see if I can turn it the other way so you guys can see it just as it flow out of there like there. Okay, and then after that, we put our final little layer over the top, right? Now be careful and make sure your dish is deep enough, because we got to come with a little bit more sauce over the top, and we got to put our topping on there. And that topping gonna be that mozzarella. Now I'm gonna take my mozzarella, and we're just gonna put a layer of this right over the top. So soft, you know what I mean? And yes, I'm still talking about food, folks. You know what I mean? Just put it on just like you see. Okay, then I add a little bit of this dry parsley on here. Once you're done topping it, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, probably for about like 30, 35 minutes. You know what I mean? So let me hurry up and get this in here so I don't let all my heat out. I'm doing this so that you guys can see what it looks like, you know, when you layer it, right? So when you layer it, look at that right there. That's what you want to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set this, you know, like right here. When you serve it and it's hot, that becomes like ooey, you know, a little bit on the gooey on the cheese side, but I had to let it just, you know, settle. Cheers, y'all. Hey, my bad, y'all. I just went ahead and knocked it off. Now, let's just talk about this. Remember I mentioned before how you do your onions? I got it. You can do them. I always put my onions in, especially when I'm making tacos, anything like that. When I take the beef, you know, I cook them, sweat them down a little bit so it can, you know, let this flavor out. But what I like about the way I did them is I put them in last, just let them simmer in the sauce, right? They give you that texture. Only thing missing, I should have cut some bell peppers and put them in there too. That would have been fire. Hey, listen, trust me, folks. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, about this. What would you do to level this up? But first I ask, try it just like this. And all you cottage cheese lovers out there, if you ain't allergic to cottage cheese, try it this way and tell me if this is nothing special right here. Hey, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And if you really, really want to have like a spaghetti bake over the top, try this one. Guess what, folks? I'm out. Peace.